Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is your host, Arctic Ghost, and welcome back to another episode of the Arctic Pauper Show. This week we're going to be taking green-white slivers into a league, and we're going to see if they're good or if they're a little underpowered in the format. What slivers is just your basic run-of-the-mill green-white aggro deck, but the cool thing about it is you have all these slivers that actually work together to just make each creature just a huge, big threat in and of itself. The real strength of the deck is that all of your slivers either become way too big for most decks in the format to deal with. You also have an alternate win condition with Verulean Sliver. You can give him Vigilance, you can give him Flanking, you can do a lot of things. Going into the deck list, first up we have the mana base, which is as straightforward as you're going to get. You have 4 Blossoming Sands, 7 forests, and 7 plains. Not really much else to it. The reason why you only have 4 dual lands is because you really don't want that many lands to come into play tapped, especially when you only have 18. You're not really going to be expecting to draw a lot. I would say that 4 lands is really the sweet spot for this deck. Then, of course, you have Metallic Sliver as your other one-drop sliver because you only have 12. I think you really want a 13th, so you're going to be playing Metallic Sliver. You then have Plated Sliver, which is kind of your like little lord. It's basically a 1 mana 1/2, of course, and makes all of you guys bigger butt, so it's just a great card. Then you have Sidewinder Sliver, which gives all of your creatures flanking. It just screws up blocks for your opponents. A great 1 mana 1/1. I think it's great to stay. And then you have Cerulean Sliver. Cerulean Sliver is your best one drop because it finishes off your opponent the quickest in terms of that. In terms of actual power level, I think your best one drop is probably Sidewinder Sliver for combat. But Cerulean Sliver is, I think, a close second. So, fun little fact: if you have more than one Cerulean Sliver out, so let's say you have 2 and you have a Sidewinder Sliver, Sidewinder Sliver is going to have two instances, I can't speak, of poisonous. So it's going to actually give your opponent 2 poison counters, which is pretty cool. So those are your 1-drops. As far as the 2-drop goes, of course you have 12 lords. You just want to max out on these. These are your most important creatures, so keep that in mind. You have 3 Sentinel Sliver for the Vigilance. You have 3 Spinneret Sliver for the Reach. That's basically it. Basically straightforward. You have 4 removal spells in the form of Journey to Nowhere. You have 4 big card advantage spells in the form of Commune with Nature. And you have 3 Hive Stirrings to just, have a better way of making slivers. So that's the main deck. It's pretty much as stock as you can get. I haven't really changed much from what I saw people were playing in leagues. As far as the sideboard goes, sideboard of course is still work in progress, but this is what I've come to. You have 3 Natural State against Boggles and things of the like. You have 3 God's Willing as your kind of counter to removal. The scrying I think is really what makes me happy about it. 3 Sunlands for extra removal. 2 Prismatic Strands against things like Burn or, Karavix Torch decks or anything like that. Well, Karavix Torch combo decks, of course. 2 Quicksliver against counter decks because it just makes it easier when you can play at the end of your opponent's turn and then you have free reign to do whatever you want on your turn. And 2 Armadillo Cloak against any deck you're going to need the life gains, such as the Mirror, Burn, Goblins, Stompy, really anything. So that is the deck. It's as really as stock as you can get. I don't know how good Quicksliver is, but we're going to see. So I will be back soon. Join me for the first match of the league, and thanks for watching.